It's Jaggernaut here, and I've just finished Final Fantasy 15's Fishing Simulator once again. I'm absolutely hooked on the minigames of this.
We're out of here.
I don't feel that sounds daft, but ever since, like Blitzball or the skipping game in Final Fantasy 9, I felt really disconnected from the minigames within the series, but I just can't get enough of Justice Monsters 5 or fishing in this at all. I absolutely love it. It is by far one of my favourite things to do. As you can see now as well, I've also changed my attire so that I do actually lose stamina when I'm running. That was because I didn't feel as though I was getting the proper benefit from it, but I've also been told by one of our streamers that if you dash forward by clicking L3, just as your stamina is getting right down to the end, you actually form this sort of green dash that rejuvenates all of your stamina. So you can run infinitely, which is somewhat made my apparel or my royal outfit useless. So we'll just carry on and we'll move forward with what we've got and just see where we get from here. I'm going to go back to Dino and we're going to see if he can get us on a
As
ship.
promised, I'm in the process of securing your ferry tickets right now. Told you, I'm a man of integrity. Should be smooth sailing from here. So let me know when you're ready to ship out.
Let's do it.
I didn't expect Dino to...
You guys ready to set sail?
We are.
Already? The ship won't arrive till tomorrow. How about you find a place to spend the night?
Okay. Let's find a place to spend the night, guys. Let's do this.
Huh.
Oh. Not much battle going on there. Whew. Wait, please tell me that did not charge me to stay there. Because if that charged me to stay there, I will absolutely... I'm pretty sure this one's something ridiculous, like 10,000 gil to stay and spend the night. So I definitely don't want to stay there. I've got a new filter, some more photographs. As we said, guys, what we're going to try and do is we're going to try and store as many photos, and we will be placing them up on our social media sites in a nice little album, ready for you guys to wander through. If any of you do want to check us out, we're on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter as the NGaged Gamers. Hit us up, show us some of your shared photos. Obviously, feel free to tag them onto the page, and let us know how you're doing and what you're doing in the game. Obviously, if there is anything you want to see in sort of the realm of Final Fantasy, this is sort of my blind let's play, as they're called. I'm not doing a walkthrough this time round because it is the first time that I'm playing the game as well. And with the vast differences between this one and other Final Fantasies, it makes no sense to rush into telling you how to play the game. I'll point out if something's good or if it's worth checking out, but I'm not gonna sort of forcibly say you should be wearing this item or playing with this, or you should have this person doing that. What we're seeing here is the fall of Lucius, the fall of the wall. Whoa. That's the crazy Daemon from Kingsglaive, I believe. If any of you want to watch that film, it is absolutely brilliant, stunning film. So I'm guessing that's all what's happened around this time period.
Hey, morning.
Come on, let's move.
Where's Specs?
Should be back any minute now.
I'll try not to talk through the cutscenes with these guys.
What's that look for?
It's in all the papers.
What is?
Insomnia Falls.
What? This is your idea of a joke?
I need you to calm down so I can explain.
I'm as calm as I'm gonna get.
There was an attack. The Imperial Army has taken the Crown City.
As treaty room tempers flared, blast lit the night sky. When the smoke about the Citadel had cleared, the king was found dead.
No, wait. Hold on.
We had no way of knowing
What? Knowing what?
that the signing was last night. That insomnia...
But the wedding! Altisha!
I know. That was the plan. Yet the reports of the invasion are all the same. How could every headline in the kingdom be wrong?
Lies.
If only.
Wow.
What else do we know? Well, then we can't be sure until we see it with our own eyes.
And that means we go back to Insomnia.
Might not be safe for us there.
Might not be safe for us here.
Prompto being the
back.
voice of reason.
Yeah.
Well. So, what we know is that, obviously what we saw, the king was being slain, and now the guys who were obviously on the road trip to Noctis's wedding to Luna Freya are now deciding they need to head back. One thing I will say, obviously I've left the first area, there are still side quests that need completing, there are still hunts that need completing, but I know that the game becomes very open world after the storyline, but it's a Final Fantasy for me. Rushing through the storyline just to play this open world aspect of it makes no sense. So I am going to try and clear things up as we go along in this playthrough. It's probably not going to turn out to be a 100% playthrough, purely because that's not what I want from this
everyone's
playthrough.
Okay.
A lot of good hoping's gonna do.
You mustn't lose faith.
Really? Can Faith stop a fleet of Imperial dreadnoughts?
Just give it a rest.
My old man had plenty of faith.
Enough.
The Empire lied. They betrayed us.
Conjecture gets us nowhere. We're searching for truth.
All you'll find are lies. Like that ceasefire.
Ignis is driving. Look at the regalia. It's platinum beauty.
Look at the size of those things.
Imperial dreadnoughts. They transport soldiers, namely the Magitech infantry.
The robots.
Mass-produced humanoid weapons of warfare, to be more precise.
Doesn't look like they'll be signing that peace treaty.
Let's get back, let's do this. So for anyone who
Up
played
ahead.
the demo, we've got our blockade.
They've set up an inspection point.
If the road ahead's blocked, then we find a way around.
I believe I know a way around. Yep. So during my explorations off stream, I actually came across this spot by accident when I was running around, and I was running away from an Iron Giant at night, and I stumbled into this location. There are a couple of treasure things that you can find that will more than likely not be here now because of the fact that I've already visited. So let's go running through. Let's do this. I will also need to make sure that Noctis has his elemencies done. So I have that. Why is it not attached to my skills? Gear. Noctis. I've got no spells, so let's recharge that flask then. Okay, go back to elemency. Potency 10, and let's have a look. Where is it gone? The ingredients: sharp tail feathers. Ingredients. Where has it gone? We were using these, weren't we? Let's stick with that. Craft it. No. Here we go. Equip. Right, I'm gonna swap that out. I'm gonna equip Massive Moon. And then use a blade of Brene. Oh, I've actually got 3 blades of Brene, so I might as well just keep that. But I do love the way that Massive Moon looks in this game. But you stick with your stronger weapons, obviously. There we go. Let's go have a look. Let's do this. Everyone else is already kitted out.
There they are. You want to take them out?
Oh yeah, those scrap heaps are gonna wish they had a tree to protect them.
Get Garbold going. Here we go. Blind side. Knocked him back. So what you want to do as well, guys, whilst you're battling, you do really want to try and focus on... Let me just turn this down because I can tell now that the audio is very loud, so I'm going to turn the master volume down a little bit. So what you want to do whilst you're battling, to try and finish off an enemy, to get your best amount of AP, you really want to focus on you want to focus on getting blindside finishes and links. And warp strikes, purely because if you do, you gain an AP for finishing an enemy off like that. Here we go. Nice. So the treasures that were in this location, the sort of items you can find, are tucked away in here. So there is, there's some here still. So there was one down there and there is one here. But there's only one. We'll take the iron shavings anyway. What I'm going to try and focus on, judging by looking at the stats of the characters as well, guys, Noctis will be your best magic user other than Ignis. Now, you can obviously equip Ignis with magical based items.
Seek a vantage point. The hill.
Yeah, you can equip Ignis with magic-based items on the understanding that he will get better and he will be sort of your secondary. Oh, nice. Okay, might have to get those up, but we'll move forward for now.
So these are MTs.
Empty humanoid soldiers, soulless, classes.
Sit down. Nice. But we're gonna obviously have, I think I'm gonna have Gladio, rather than be a tank, I'm gonna probably position him to be more of a damage dealer character as well. Because it does have that sort of boost in HP compared to any other character, but I'd very much like him to just deal it out.
In light of recent development. Moreover, in the wake of the news of King Regis' death, we've now received word that Crown Prince Noctis and the Oracle Lunafreya have also been pronounced dead.
Keep it on. Don't bother!
Whoa.
Hello? Core?
So, you made it.
The hell's going on?
Where are you?
Outside the city, with no way back in.
Makes sense.
Makes sense? Are you serious? What about any of this makes sense? The news just told me I'm dead, along with my father and Luna.
Listen, I'm heading out to Hammerhead. About the king. It's true. If you're looking for the whole truth, you know where to find me. Get moving.
Right.
What did the Marshal have to say?
Said he'd be in Hammerhead.
And the king?
It's almost as much feels as when Mufasa died. It's the one great thing about the storytelling aspect of a Final Fantasy is they know how to hit you right in the feels. They don't pull any punches. Let's keep going, guys. No comments about it. My camera's about to be full. So we'll make sure to share what we've got and delete the rest out of our album when we get a chance. Excuse me, guys. So, for anyone that's playing and sort of playing along, doing your own thing on the game, feel free to comment and let us know what you're sort of seeing or what you're finding about the game. If you've seen any sort of unique spots, any glitches, any really bad points to do with it. One thing I will point out as a really good tip to start, literally from the start of the game, what you want to try and do is go to your options, change your camera, and change it from middle to far, because it will help you in the long run with the battle aspects. It allows you to move around the field a bit better, especially with when the bigger sort of bosses come into play. You'll be able to increase your finesse by sort of switching through your weaponry, dodging in and out, finding your warp points much better. Because when it's in middle, you find that it latches in. It becomes really difficult to scan around to try and get out of sort of a ransack of enemies. Umbro and Prin, is it? Or Prina? Prina Lucy. So Luna is an oracle, which, entailing with Final Fantasy lore, is that they are there to protect the royal families, that type of thing. They are there to guide them. Obviously, with mythology and stuff like that, oracles were who they would return to for advice.
Yeah, something this big can't go ignored.
And what about us? What do we do?
We make for Hammerhead now, and figure the rest out later.
It's also something with the oracles as well, is it's a genuine historical sort of fact as well with Greek armies. Armies such as the Spartans would seek out oracles before war to see how they would fare, or if they should go to war.
We'd best make haste. Noct won't be dead forever.
No going back. Only ways forward. No going back. Let's go.
Here's Cindy. Good old Cindy. I think it's known as a pathetic fallacy when the weather reflects what the mood is supposed to be like, when the weather reflects emotion.
That's for sure.
And that's what the game has done with making it rain at this point in time, at the King's Death.
To business. And left y'all a message with Pawpaw.
Yeah?
Boss ain't sat still 1 second since he heard y'all were coming. Ain't never seen Pawpaw like this before. The pep's gone out of him like air from a tire.
Got a side quest in here as well.
Oh, well, if it ain't the boys with the fancy automobile.
That's us.
Y'all want to fetch some edibles for me?
Why are you asking us?
Well, it's just an old Sid.
Sid?
Yep, said I should give y'all some work, don't matter what kind. Seeing as you boys can't go home for the time being.
Got us there.
So y'all gotta learn about the wider world. Now, if y'all can't find the stuff I need, it ain't no big deal, but it'd surely help me out if you could.
Just what Taco ordered.
Yeah, took care of that pretty quickly.
I was gonna say, I've got a Lucian tomorrow.
He went easy on us. Let's deliver this as a show of thanks.
That is one thing I will say about any open world game, is just generally exploring and doing things outside of the missions and quests on your own back, just having a good look around to get yourself familiar with the area. You do tend to find that the items you discover
what can I do
are required later on, which is always good.
Y'all hungry for info?
Refresh some of my procurements there. See if we've got any marks
Wanna
here as
help
well.
out with some varmints?
Still too weak to do those.
Y'all
Maybe.
take care now.
Oh, I've done it. Oh, right, I had to come back to the newspaper to finish it.
Y'all went and got what I asked for.
Too easily. I thought Sid told you to give us work.
Yeah, well, I guess I went a little soft on you. I'll be sure to give you more of a challenge next time. How's about that? Anywho, I appreciate your help. Here's a little care package. Should make for good eating.
Wait. Some XP. I'll say that's a bonus right there. Some giggy ham. Nice, these should help with ingredients. Can't complain. Can't complain at all.
Did he give you some food?
He said it makes good eating.
All right, I'll cook it up at our next camp.
Now that's a plan.
Don't know what all those
those flying things were, but they looked like a whole lot of trouble.
They were a whole lot of trouble. Sid. I love the fact that the game's still got Sid as sort of a mentor type character.
King's ring, what they've been after all along.
So all talk of peace was merely a pretext.
They played my father for a fool.
Don't kid yourself. Reggie wasn't born yesterday. Lucius got dealt a losing hand, and your old man played it the best he could. He saw this coming a mile away, and he wasn't gonna go down without a fight. In the end, though, well, it just wasn't enough.
Music's beautiful. It's just beautiful.
You need something else, you talk to Core. I can't even remember the last time I saw Reggie. Feels like a lifetime ago.
So his father was in a similar band of friends as Noctis is. Not surprising as the parallels of
Cora left a
the
message.
family by the looks of it.
Said he'll wait for you in the tombs. They're to the northwest of here. That's a short ways past the outpost. Find that post.
So that's going to be the Royal Arms that we're going to be finding.
This? It's just something we picked up after taking out some Imperials.
Well, I'll be Crown City made. If you like, I can make this puppy better. Give it more oomph.
How?
I can mod it for you.
Mod it?
Look, I got diddly squat to do what with Cindy taking care of the garage. If you can find the parts, I can do the work for you.
I have a feeling that Sid is similar to Prompto, but I really don't want to spoil anything in regards to
All right, y'all just
Brotherhood, the anime, in case those of you viewing haven't seen it. If you haven't, I advise now, go and watch it. It is an hour long with 5 episodes, but it is absolutely incredible. But spoiler alert, so if you don't want to hear it, mute for the next few seconds, and what I'll do is I'll jump up and down to show you that I finished. But Prompto, his relationship with Noctis was that he took care of a puppy, and this puppy turned out to be Prina, who was Luna Freya's puppy, along with Umbra, and he decided that she sent him a letter and encouraged him, and he was an obese kid who started working his way through to work it out, and it's very much how he sort of saw himself. He was going to be a good friend. That's what she asked him to be a good friend to Noctis. And he worked all the way through whilst they were in young school, junior school. And when they hit college, Noctis really had the drive to go up and meet him, and he worked himself into it and knew he was good enough. So
with a bit of tinkering, I can turn your weapon.
So let's unequip the engine blade. How do I unequip it? Because I've got no other blade. So if we I'll just click that there for now.
Into something special. Receive with thanks. Y'all just leave the rest to me.
Sweet.
Here
Nice.
she is. Try her out and let me know what you think.
Engine blade 2.
Fix
Okay.
an upgrade? Can do.
Hold on. Close it again. Jump. 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 There you go. That's your indication, guys.
Fix an upgrade? Can do.
Do I have the part? I don't even know if I have.
Slacking off. If y'all are having... Oh, my aching...
Still not found a decent shield or anything yet. Okay. Let's go sort this quest out. Oh, wait, did I have what I needed to equip? Let's have a look. We've got a drain lance. It's not as good as a guy bulk, so I won't be taking that off, but I may give that to Ignis actually. Who is using, that's why I couldn't find it. Need to find some better weapons for them.
You slacking off?
Right, let's have a look at this side quest in the diner.
Oh, hey boys. You got time to lend a fella a helping hand?
As long as it's not a simple shopping trip this time.
Nope, this one's gonna take some effort. I'm sending y'all straight to the source this time. In other words, it's hunting time. The stuff I want y'all to collect, I'm fixing to use in a new dish. Hope you can help me out.
We have what we came for.
Get it back before it spoils.
So let's deliver the ingredients. That ended pretty quickly. There we go.
Oh, how was the hunt, boys?
Good. What are you gonna make with this stuff?
Something I know you'll like.
You mean?
Yep. So y'all make sure to drop by and order some. In the meantime, this here will put some meat on your bones.
Nice. Were it not the fact that I don't feel like I could make it all the way to the tomb at night without coming across Iron Giant after Iron Giant.
Oh, there you are.
I drive so that I gain the AP.
You won't do me a favor?
Sure. What is it this time?
Another hunt. My cupboard's darn near empty.
Okay, we're on it.
Knew I could count on y'all. Good hunting.
Garula sirloin. I've not seen gorillas yet, so I know I can't give him that. Here we go. So where are we heading? We are heading out towards the royal tomb. Hey guys, sorry about that. I just realised I accidentally muted my mic.
Seems
so
to me Taka could do his
we're
own
heading over
hunting.
to the royal tomb to gain some royal
He's no
arms.
doubt aware of the proper points of separation. Will be quite the carver.
Not creepy at all.
They will have sealed off the city by now.
What do you think
I
it's
could
like
sleep, but I'm thinking
inside?
there's going to be quite a bit of XP gainage over the next sort of several quests and side quests, so I'm going to try my hardest to stay alive long enough to build it up.
The crystal's gone.
The bastards took it all.
And we'll take it back.
This is far from over.
So for those of you that have been sort of watching Final Fantasy streams, that's an Iron Giant. Run, 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 run. See ya.
Nope.
Keep running. We're not quite there yet, guys. We're not quite there yet. I remember attempting to fight one really early on, and it was one fell swoop, and just all of my characters just like, nope, see ya. That's an Imperial ship. That's an Iron Giant. Run.
Enough talk. Time for some action.
Mr. Nice Guy! Help me!
Yeah, that wasn't my imagination.
Cry for help. Let's see if we can find out where he was. Is he in here? There he is. Generally these ones ask for sort of potions. Yeah, there we go.
I should be able to make it back. Thanks to you.
Ooh, that couldn't have gone any better.
See, that's the good thing with it is scary. Like I've compared in previous streams, it's somewhat similar to Dying Light in the sense of at night at the beginning, you really do feel the dread of wandering around in the open world aspect of it. But it does pay off to do so because there are certain side quests and certain missions that will, and hunts as well, that generally only appear during the night. But we know we're not ready to fight an Iron Giant yet, and they just appear constantly. Now, I'll happily take on sort of smaller marks and that type of thing, but I'm not taking on an Iron Giant. And those dreadnoughts are literally following me the entirety of the map.
Really? Again?
That's for the wicked.
Let's take some magic out. There we go. One thing I will say, guys, as well, is when you are sort of looking to camp out and you're looking to make base for the night, be quite selective. It sounds daft. Obviously, you do gain the buffs and the status and stamina effects and that type of thing from camping out. You gain your meals and Ignis will cook for you. But if you camp at certain campsites, you initiate on-tour moments or certain quests between the guys themselves. So it just helps you plan out, if you're still looking to find out what certain side missions are, that's the best way to do it. For instance, there's one down near Galdin Key. There's a campsite just to the left of it, not too far from where the mark is. If you camp there, Gladio will initiate a race with you. If you camp at the one close to Hammerhead, Ignis gets you to cook with him, and it's just small moments that you gain AP or XP for, that it's worth sort of just planning ahead to get it done, because it all adds to your character build in the end. But we're going on this long journey to try and get across, and I'm not doing very well in getting that final tap on the stamina run here. Let's see if we can get it done here. So as you can see, the stamina bar is depleting. It's just about to hit empty. There you go. That green flash means that you've done it correctly. But that's simply just a secondary click of the L3 button whilst you're nearing the end of your stamina. And you've got that infinite run, so really leaves any point to worry about what you're carrying now. So let's have a look on the map, which is where we're coming up to. We're coming up to Prairie Outpost. Nice. The thing is, as well, with this game, is it's not even safe to stay on the roads at night. It makes no sense. The amount of times we're driving around just gaining a bit of AP. This happened. Level 30. Nope. We are definitely not there yet, guys. So here we are, we're just slowly getting there. We've almost made it.
And this must be the outpost Sid mentioned.
It looks like a hub for hunters.
Maybe they know something.
One thing I'm just going to point out whilst I'm here, guys, is this right here. So we're at Prairie Outpost. For any of you that do come here during the game, come to this little trolley here, and on the bottom shelf will be a scrap of mystery piece, which is the sort of map that you're collecting throughout the game.
I just don't know what to make of it. A lot of hunters nowadays.
Your Highness, I'm glad you're safe.
Monica, where are all the others?
Most of the Crown's Guard didn't make it. It was all we could do to escort Lady Iris out of the city. Dustin is with her as we speak, seeing her the rest of the way to Lestalem.
I owe you guys big time.
So the backstory of that is Iris is Gladio's younger sister.
I'm here on the Marshal's orders. He's tasked me with keeping an...
Across the land, Blossoms from Tenebrae can be seen displayed in memoriam. With no remains to mourn, throngs have gathered in Altissia to pay their respects. Many offering prayers at a vigil held before the wedding dress Lady Luna Freya was to wear. While some hold out hope the Oracle still lives, a grim silence continues to linger.
So that's the radio giving us a bit of an update on what's going on.
Heard some folks calling him Marshal. Interesting nickname. Guess it's because he's strong. Or because he's Marshal of the Crown's Guard. Oh, well that explains everything. His fancy city clothes, his no-nonsense way of fighting.
There we
go. Keep up with this guy.
First the Crown City, then Hammerhead, then the Royal Tomb?
His nickname should have been Kor the Restless.
So... not as catchy as Kor the Immortal.
Making it out of insomnia only adds to his legend.
Well, fortune favors the bold.
Huh?
The wise make their own luck.
You think it's a coincidence he's made it out of all those battles alive?
Here we go, we're just going to make sure that we get to the Royal Tomb. What we'll do is we'll collect our first Royal Arms with Kor here.
To the Royal Tomb.
And we're going to call the stream there for today. And we'll kick back on. We'll probably be on later on tonight as well, guys. I am going to try and stream as much of me playing this game as possible. Like I've said, this time round on the streams, it is very much a case of it's a blind playthrough. We're just going to have a good, good let's play style of the game. And then what we're going to see is on the NGaged channel on YouTube, we're going to start releasing where to find valuable items, tips and tricks and that type of thing from myself, and video footage from a couple of other players that are out and about at the moment and instigating themselves with the NGaged gamers. So let's see what we have with the story here.
Marshal.
At last, Your Highness.
Yeah. Wanna tell me what I'm here for?
The power of kings passed from the old to the new through the bonding of souls. One such soul lies before you. To claim your forebear's power is your birthright and duty as king.
My duty as king of what?
Now is not the time to question your calling. A king is sworn to protect his people.
And yet he chose to protect only one prince. Was that his calling? Forsake the masses to spare his own son?
How long will you remain the protected? The king entrusted the role of protector to you.
Entrusted it to me? Then why didn't he tell me that? Why did he stand there smiling as I left? Why? Why did he lie to me?
That day, he didn't want you to remember him as the king. In what time you had left, he wanted to be your father. He always had faith in you, that when the time came, you would ascend for the sake of your people.
Guess he left me no choice.
Kings goes with you, Your Majesty.
Nice. First Royal Arms. These are really powerful, cost HP to wield, try not to get carried away. Okay. So we'll use them in a sticky situation, I guess.
That's not the only power your forebears left you. Your journey's just begun. Another tomb lies close by. I suggest you head there next. There are tombs scattered across the land. All are on dangerous ground. I'll go with you, for the time being. Not only to help, but to get a measure of your strength.
So, just how many of these powers are out there?
There are 13 known royal arms, each enshrined at a royal tomb, though we know the location of only a few. I've enlisted the help of the hunters. They comb the land in search of the lost tombs.
Where's the one nearby you mentioned?
Keekatrick Trench. We know there to be a crypt, deep inside the tunnels.
Good then.
No orders for me.
Nice.
This should be
well done, guys.
Pathetic. You're on fire today.
What can I say?
Sweet.
That wasn't a bad effort, Prompto.
Whoa! I just got praised by the immortal.
Don't take that as lead to slack off. You're only as good as your last battle.
Yes, sir. I'll keep at it, sir.
So, we've had our first battle, dawn is breaking, we've got our first Royal Arms, and Cora is part of the party. We're going to be heading to Keekatrick Trench, or Keekatrick Trench. What a weird pronunciation. We're going to be heading to that later on this evening, and we're definitely going to be trying our hardest to find a way to find all 13 Royal Arms during this playthrough. But like I've said, this won't be a 100% playthrough. That's definitely not what I'm aiming to retrieve here. So, let's keep this busy, and we'll get back onto it later, guys. But for now, that's the stream ending. Thanks for joining us. If you want to see more videos, remember to like, subscribe, follow on Twitch, follow on Instagram and Facebook, and hit us up on any of the comment sections in either Facebook or
Focus
for YouTube.
This
Okay,
way.
guys? As always, much appreciated. Hope to catch you later on. For now, stay engaged. Peace.